Just looking at this picture again, what is this background? Is this a graveyard? Is that a tombstone? It is Sunday, June 2nd, 2024, and on this week's edition of Sunday Sofa Time, we're talking about how much money I didn't spend on my most recent Royal Caribbean cruise. Stick around because it's surprising. I've been making travel videos for over 15 years here on the Very Unofficial Travel Guides, and I enjoy a wide variety of travel and destinations, but one of the most popular things to report about here on the Very Unofficial Travel Guides has been cruising. I have now been on over 30 cruises, and many of them have been with Royal Caribbean. And on my most recent cruise, on the Royal Caribbean Brilliance of the Seas, which we boarded in Honolulu, went to some of the islands, and then cruised across the Pacific to Vancouver, I cruised for the very first time as a Diamond status member. Diamond status. In the Crown and Anchor Club.
Diamond status? What does that mean?
Royal Caribbean, just like every major cruise line that I know of, has a frequent cruisers club on Royal Caribbean. It's called Crown and Anchor. And just like with airlines, the more you cruise and the more you spend, the more points you accrue, the higher you rise up the status ladder, and the more benefits you receive. And every cruise line has different benefits at different tiers. Some offer you great things even right after your first cruise, and some you kind of have to invest a little bit until it starts to really be noticeable. And as far as I'm concerned, Diamond level on Royal Caribbean is the first level where it really starts to make sense, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. I have brought with me my cruise statement. This is sort of the bill you get at the end of the cruise. It'll either be glued to your door or slid under the door on the final night, and if you don't get it, you can look in the app or in the interactive television that a lot of cruise lines offer. And what I'm not going to do in this video is go through all the perks and benefits of Diamond members, but what I am going to do is show you the ones that we used on this cruise, we being my partner Marcus and I, and then I'm going to add up the cost of what it would have cost if we didn't have the discounts that we got, and in the end tell you what I actually paid, which is so much less. If you go to the Royal Caribbean website, you can find this list of perks and benefits for each tier, and I'm going to start towards the bottom of it and work my way up, because at the top are the things that are really worth it. We're getting there. And one little perk I want to tell you about that, as far as I'm concerned, is not worth any money is these little pins that you get for recognition. And in the thumbnail, I had to like Photoshop the pin there because honestly, I already don't know what I did with the pin that I got. In a YouTube short, I started a discussion about if you wear the pin, why you wear the pin, should you wear the pin. It's been interesting to read the comments there, but honestly, I'm not gonna wear the pin, and like I said, I already don't know what I did with it. But the first thing that we got a discount on, and this is basically a 100% discount, it's something that you would normally pay for and we got for totally free, was one picture. You know, when you're walking around the cruise ship at night, there are photo stations set up everywhere. There are professional photographers that will help take a family photo of you or just a photo of you on your own if you want. And I'm just thinking, I don't know if you can see it, but right back there is the photo that Marcus and I got. Let me just grab it. Yes, I have pants on. So if I remember correctly, and feel free to let me know in the comments if I got this wrong, I think if you're just gonna buy one picture, it's $24.99, or let's just say $25. And Marcus and I are really not good at taking photos together. We did take several photos together during the week, knowing that we were gonna get one for free. And this is what we came up with. This is the best one that we could do. All of the pictures where we're really like posed there and trying to, you know, smile and look debonair, we just look stupid. So we decided to pick one where we're just looking purposefully stupid. There you go. I already saved $25 on this picture, but there's more. And like I said, there's so many benefits on here that I'm not going into now. I'm just gonna go into the things that we actually used and how much money we would have spent if we didn't have these discounts. The next one that we did use was a discount on laundry. Laundry isn't something that we do on every cruise, but because this trip was a longer trip with first visiting my parents in Oregon and then staying in Waikiki for 3 days and then boarding the cruise, how many clothes can you seriously take with you? So we planned to wash, we knew we were going to wash, and they have a wash and fold special on many ships. On Royal Caribbean, on this cruise, it would have cost $34.99. You get this paper bag and you can stuff as many clothes in there as you want. By the way, I have a really amazing tip for how to get a lot of clothes into that bag. That video is coming up. And normally it costs $34.99, or let's just say $35, but as a Diamond member, you get a $10 discount, which means it only cost us $25. And of course, compared to on land, $25 for a bag of laundry, kind of expensive, but we needed to get it done and we got a $10 discount from Crown and Anchor. One thing we were planning on doing and ended up not doing, which would have also saved us a lot of money, is if you're a Crown and Anchor member, you get a really big discount on bingo cards. It says here, if you buy a bingo package, you receive a jackpot card. And here, if we had gone to bingo, and I'm not going to include this in my calculations because we didn't do it, but I just want to tell you, if we had gone to bingo, we could have gotten 6 bingo cards for free. And that, of course, greatly increases your chances of winning even more money. Have you ever won a bingo jackpot? Let me know in the comments if it was like huge. They do give away free cruises. Have you ever won the free cruise, or do you know somebody who's won it? Another thing that we took advantage of is the casino benefits. Of course, if you are a high roller in the casino, they give you free cruises and a lot of other benefits just to keep you coming back and spending more money in the casino. We are not high rollers, but even not being high rollers, we still got $6 of free play. That means when you put your card in the machine and open your account, there are $6 in there that you can just transfer to the machine and play. It's literally free money. And of course, we did spend more than that in the casino, but let's just say $6 of it was free. And now I'm going to get to the thing that saved us hundreds of dollars, and that is, as a Diamond member, you get 4 free drinks a day.
Say what?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? And to be honest, we used it every day except for the last day. And it's kind of hard to calculate exactly how much money we would have spent if I didn't have these 4 free drinks a day, because the drink prices vary, and sometimes I was buying drinks for me, sometimes I was buying drinks for Marcus. I don't want you to think that I used all 4 of these drink credits for alcoholic drinks for me. You can also use these for coffee, for cola, beer, wine, cocktails. Basically, it's almost anything of, on this cruise, it was $16 or less. So if I sort of calculate the average price of a drink as $14, and then say, okay, $14 times 4 a day times 8 nights, I'm gonna have to add that up. That alone was $448 that I did not spend, which really blows my mind. That is such a huge value. And now I wanna add this all up, and then I'm gonna tell you what I did pay. So we have the $448 for the drinks, plus $6 for the casino money, plus $25 for the picture. I also gave tips, and sometimes I gave more, sometimes I gave less, but let's just say, to keep it even like at the lower end, let's just say I gave $1 tip for every drink. There is already a gratuity included, but I always, well, I'm not gonna say always. I almost always give an extra tip in addition. Okay, if my calculations are correct, and to be honest, there's a very high chance they are not. I'm terrible at math, but without the discounts, according to my perhaps incorrect calculations, I would have spent $511 on this cruise for all of those things we just talked about,
including this fantastic picture.
And if I go through the cruise statement I have and subtract the $40 that I did spend in the casino of my own money, my onboard expenses came to $47. That is a savings of $464. There are going to be naysayers that say, yeah, well, you've already given Royal Caribbean so much of your money by going on so many cruises on their ships. If you are somebody who enjoys cruising and you have enjoyed cruising with Royal Caribbean in the past, this is one reason why it totally makes sense to, if you are going to be cruising, to continue cruising with Royal Caribbean, because eventually you're going to reach diamond status or higher. And from now on, anytime I cruise on a Royal Caribbean ship, I'm going to get at least these discounts, and the more I cruise, the more discounts I will receive. And literally the day I recorded this video, Royal Caribbean announced a new status match program across Royal, Celebrity, and Silver Sea, which gives you even more options to cruise with different lines but still gain points. What do you think about this? Did you think that it was gonna be this much money, or did you think it was gonna be way more money? I'm honestly surprised. I mean, I knew sort of in my head a rough number, but when I sat down here and added it all together, it's really quite a bit, isn't it? And of course, now that I am at this level, it's even more enticing for me to cruise with Royal Caribbean again. And if you are a member of patreon.com/veryunofficial, you may soon be getting some details. Make sure you check back here to the Very Unofficial Travel Guides in a couple days for the Spam Jam Festival. And in just a couple weeks, you will see the first video of the Brilliance of the Seas. I'm so regretting not going to Hawaii sooner. Why didn't anybody tell me how great Hawaii was? I wonder if I should cruise to Alaska too. Do any of you have any opinions about that? Or maybe Australia? I wish somebody would tell me something about those places. Just looking at this picture again. What is this background? Is this a graveyard? Is that a tombstone? Thanks for spending this part of your Sunday or whatever day it is you choose to watch this with me, and I hope to see you back here soon. Bye-bye.